O, poświadę, lecimy!
I knew you were a dark horse, Mr.
Tak, to znaczy, że
Speak
cicho
for yourself.
wstać.
You know, Albert, if I had met you a few years ago, my creative career would have taken a more interesting turn. You know, I heard you had something new in the works. What's it about? Let me guess. The Adventures of the Nameless. Well, it's early concept at the moment. The Express crew has given me a lot of food for thought. But still, when it comes to key plot points, I'm in need of some inspiration. Ooh, inspiration. How about,
How about this?
We give you some ideas. After all, when it comes to scripts, we're seasoned professionals.
Ej, nie spodziewałam się jej.
Security! Security! Security!
The rules of this game are like reality. We all think we have infinite possibilities.
Kawka!
But when you really analyze it, every question and answer is constrained by previous choices.
Ej, będzie fabuła dalej.
Time to say bye. Boom.
No. To nowy region! O!
You think another name and face can blot out the sin of your past?
Kurde, fajny jest. O! Ej, będzie fabuła.
Release your full potential. Power you carry is the key to opening a way through to the ambrosial
Co
arbor.
to się dzieje?
Has coming here triggered your memory. What happens next
Kto to był?
is in your hands.
You, and you. All three of you are staying right here.
The karma of past lives changed the world of the present.
I wish for you to despair, suffer, crumble, turn on one another.
Co tu się będzie?
Destroy that which you love with your own hands.
Co tu się wydarzyło? Co Nie spodziewałam się tego w ogóle, pierwszy kot! Wow! Przepraszam, zaplułam się! Boże, co tam się wydarzyło? Będzie nowa lokalizacja, będzie na pewno fabuła, bo to co widać, będzie fabuła. Będzie fabuła ze smokiem, którego nam pokazali wcześniej. Będzie Kawka Blade, o Jezu, Very Pok! Nie no, Very Pok nie, wyrzucaj tę emotkę! Jakie Very Pok! Jezus Maria! Dajcie kod, przypnę. Dajcie kod, napiszcie ładnie kod. Z dużymi literkami, to przypnę go. O! Dobra, widzicie wszystko. Dobra, przypnij. Wow! Dobra.
And whether or not your world has a day-night cycle. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening.
Dzień dobry,
I'm your buddy
dzień dobry.
Albert, and welcome to the version 1.2 Even Immortality Ends
Dobre jest.
special program.
A czemu to
Today,
jest zwykłe?
we have 3 special guests in the hot seats. Introducing...
Hey guys, I'm Cheryl Texera, and I voice Kafka.
Hey there, I'm Damon Mills, and I voice Blade.
Hi, folks. My name is Corey Landis, and I voice Welt. Guys, it's great to have you with us.
Ale jaka nóżka,
Man, that
patrzcie.
trailer was a roller coaster.
No, był roller coaster ten trailer, no.
Whoa, me already? Okay. It looked like various factions were getting ready for battle. I think we're one move away from a serious showdown here.
Agreed. It was cool to see some new environments and enemies, too.
I better get my team in order.
You're gonna need to, my friend.
Okej, nowe
In
potworki
version
będą jakieś.
1.2, the Xianzhou Lao Fu will face a setback
Tak,
that
będzie
threatens the
kontynuacja,
fate of
będą
the
nowe
whole
misje,
alliance.
fabuła będzie nowa.
The Trailblazer will need to pass through various delves and arrive at the location of the sealed ambrosial arbor, where a decisive battle with the one responsible for the Stellaron disaster awaits.
Not to mention, Don Hung finally gets reunited with the Astral Express crew.
Don Hung's journey has been longer than most could imagine.
Bo oni
Care
się
to
jeszcze nie
elaborate,
zeszli w
Damon?
fabule. W
I
sensie
didn't say
Duncan
anything.
z Ekspresem.
Come on, guys. You're trying to get me fired here. Editors, you can cut that bit out. What was I gonna say? Oh, right. The story left off on a bit of a cliffhanger last time.
It sure did. I mean, why did Jing Yuan deploy those forces? Who is he trying to catch?
And what about the Stellaron hunters? Where did they go after escaping?
Okej,
Who
czyli
says they went
dowiemy
anywhere?
się
Cut that out too.
o Stellar Hunterze i dlaczego w ogóle dzięki wam stworzył te
I'm
siły
sure
i będzie w
all
fabule.
of these
Jezu.
questions will be answered in the upcoming story. Now,
Więc na odpowiedź na dużo
aside
pytań nam
from
ta fabuła.
Trailblaze mission updates,
Oh.
version 1.2 will see new characters coming to the warp. First on the scene, Blade.
Posta. Okej, Bladzik, jest! Kurde, fajny jest. Jaki rave!
I have a question for Damon. If, say, there were 5 people, would I be one of them?
I don't know.
Me
Co jest?
neither.
Don't look at me.
Zawał
I
miałam.
don't know anything about anything. Okay?
Well, I'm pretty sure
Zawał.
I'm not one of the 5 people, but here is a fact for you. Whenever Blade gets scary, it's the Mara flaring up.
Isn't he always
Wait.
scary?
He usually does what I tell him.
I should probably unpack that a little. Blade relies on Kafka's spirit whisper to suppress the Mara inside him.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Czyli
You know,
postaci
most of
są
the
top tier.
time, Bladey's a nice, quiet boy.
Totally. He's not a strong communicator, that's for sure. I'm pretty sure half my recording sessions have focused on 2 sounds. Number 1, Number 2,
I can believe that. Huh. It's strange that a lone wolf like him would want to team up with the Stellaron hunters. Unless Kafka's spirit whispered him into it?
Kafka was more of a go-between. The real reason Blade joined was because Elio promised him the outcome he desired.
Outcome? Meaning vengeance? Look, a
Elio
certain
obiecał coś dla Blade'a, dlatego
someone
dołączył
on
do
the
Stellar Huntera.
Express has been having nightmares about this guy.
Not just vengeance, a funeral.
I feel
Pogrzeb.
his own to be precise. Through unexpected circumstances, Blade became immortal. His body recovers from the worst of sicknesses and the gravest of injuries. Even
Blade
from
szuka
death
śmierci.
itself. Those
Typowy
bandages aren't for
użytkownik
show.
czatu.
For
na
Blade,
Twitchu.
immortality isn't a blessing. It's a curse that follows him wherever he goes.
Yikes. And I thought I had a problem, huh? Well, let's leave something to the imagination here. I'm sure our Trailblazers will find out more about Blade's backstory as things unfold. For now, let's take a look at what he's capable of on the
Myślałam, że
battlefield. Blade is a wind-type
Myślałam, że
character,
zapowiedzą questa
following
i
the
koniec na
path
razie.
of destruction. By consuming his own HP, he's able to deal greater damage
Okej,
to
czyli
enemies.
sam siebie
I
konsumuje,
guess
tak
that's
bardzo
the
chce
risk you
umrzeć.
take when you're immortal, huh?
Życie traci chłop.
Blade's skill consumes a set amount of his own HP and initiates Hellscape. While Hellscape is active, Blade deals greater damage, and his basic attack is enhanced from Shard Sword to Forest of
czyli
Swords.
on
While
nabija
Shard
swoje
Sword is a
ataki.
single target attack,
Normalne.
Forest of Swords deals damage to multiple
O,
enemies.
i trochę
got a question.
małe.
Can Blade still use his skill if his HP isn't enough to cover the
Seniora
set amount?
incydent.
In that situation, when Blade uses his skill, his HP decreases to 1.
Ooh, that sounds a little dicey.
A
Kurde,
bit.
naprawdę
Well, there's
traci
a silver
życia.
lining. When Blade's HP decreases, his talent is triggered, granting him a charge. When charges are fully stacked, Blade unleashes a follow-up attack on all enemies and recovers a set amount of HP. When Blade unleashes his ultimate, his HP is set to 50% of his max HP, and he deals massive damage to a single target and adjacent enemies.
HP for damage, huh? Interesting. No wonder he's so indifferent to being healed.
And the more HP Blade loses, the more damage his ultimate deals.
Yeah, it does.
Im więcej traci HP, tym
Blade's
więcej daje
technique
mu.
Karma Wind also consumes his
ciekawa
HP
postać.
and
Ciekawa
deals
postać,
wind
to
damage
muszę
to
przyznać.
all enemies after entering battle.
When it comes to taking damage, Blade should be more afraid of himself than his enemies.
This hurts me more than it hurts you.
Ooh. New ultimate line, anyone?
We can't let Blade steal the show. It's time to talk about another Stellaron hunter.
Jest
His
moja, jest
partner in
moja, jest
crime,
moja, jest moja.
Kafka.
Muzyka z windy? Dajcie mi ją!
Kafka's a familiar face at this point in the story. She was the first person the Trailblazer set eyes on, and meaning Kafka must have been there for the Trailblazer's first words, the first step. No wonder so many players are calling her.
Okay,
Naszą
okay.
matką.
I don't think that's gonna get past the editors there, Albert. Look, what I am
To jest
interested in
Blade,
is
to jest
this.
Silverwolf, to
Since
jest.
Kafka appeared on Herta Space Station, she's managed to implant the Trailblazer with the Stellaron, hijack the Express's signals, and draw the crew onto the Cienjo La Fu. It almost feels like she has the Trailblazer's destiny in the palm of her hand.
It's like Kafka said. When it comes to scripts, the Stellaron hunters are seasoned professionals.
Well,
to nie
that
mogę
might
być
be
ja,
the
ale
case,
faktycznie może to jest
but
to.
that's not to say the
Ja siedzę tutaj
Trailblazers'
i
choices
szczekam.
aren't
Jestem psem.
important.
Taka
What's a
pni-
script without a director?
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
I've got another question. Why did Kafka join the Stellaron Hunters?
Ooh. So, Kafka was born on Terias 5, a planet that knows no fear. And literally, Kafka is unable to feel the emotion fear, and therefore cannot
Whoa.
comprehend the value of life. When Elio promised to bring about a change for her, she signed up without a second thought.
Now, for someone who can't feel fear, she's pretty great at making others
Kafka nie
feel
czuje
it.
strachu,
This
normalnie,
scares
dosłownie.
you more than it scares me.
You want me to use my spirit whisper on him, Albert?
Yes. No. I mean, let's move on to Kafka's combat, shall we?
Oh, yes.
Kafka?
I thought you'd never
Gdzie
ask.
wady?
So Kafka is a lightning type character following the path of nihility, and she can deal additional damage over time to enemies. Her skill deals lightning damage to multiple targets. If an enemy is afflicted with DOT, they receive an additional bout of DOT damage.
That is to say, if an
Wolno.
enemy is already afflicted with DOT,
ustawią to na
they
przyspieszeniu.
receive additional damage both during their turn and after
A po prostu
Kafka's
bardzo
attack.
dużo bije
That's
na
right.
z tego
Not
damage
to
over time.
mention, additional damage doesn't replace existing DOT. I mean, did you think Kafka was gonna take it easy on him? Come on. And separately, after an ally uses a basic attack, Kafka will launch a follow-up attack. Kafka's
Wow.
ultimate, on the other hand, deals
Follow-up
lightning
attack, funny.
damage to all enemies with a chance of shocking targets and immediately dealing additional damage to those already shocked.
Dobra, wydaje się być fajna.
Kafka's technique can attack all enemies within a set range and deals lightning damage to all enemies after entering battle.
How elegant.
Well, she likes elegant things, and there's a certain elegance to combat.
Kafka's abilities are kind of terrifying. Her enemies are like flies trapped in a web, slowly taking damage until...
Boom.
Ooh, hey, that was pretty good.
Yeah,
From HP sacrificing maniacs and emotionless sociopaths to the coolest kid on the block, it's time to introduce our next character.
That is a little harsh. Also, since when did wealth become the coolest kid on the
który
block?
traci życie do psychopatki, do socjopatki właściwie powiedział, nie?
I'm talking about the born and bred Bella Bog hero, Luca.
Hey,
come on.
my name is Luca. Rocket Fuel. Pompuj, pompuj.
So that's the guy on the light cone.
He looks a little different on the light cone.
Luca is an underworld fighter that goes by the moniker Luca Strongarm. He's a member of Wildfire and apprentice to Oleg.
Wait, doesn't the underworld have a fight club? I guess that must be where Luca spends his time.
Oh, you better
Ej,
believe it.
pierwsza
In
zasada.
fact, he's the Fight Club champion.
Pierwsza
And
zasada,
not only
chłopaki i
that,
dziewczyny.
he's also a reliable operations consultant for the moles.
So he's with the moles, huh? Does Luca know he's a member?
Probably.
Czy Luka wie w ogóle?
The kids of the underworld look up to Luca
Że
in
jest
a
tam?
big way.
W Molsach?
And the reason he fights
Kiro.
is to set a good example
A
of
mi ten Luka tak...
dedication and discipline. And speaking of fighting, let's take a look at him in action.
Luca is a physical type character following the path of nihility. After multiple attacks, he's able to launch an enhanced basic attack. His skill deals physical damage to a single target and has a chance of inflicting bleed.
And during battle, Luca can obtain fighting will through a variety of attacks. When
Masz
fighting will
piochy.
reaches a certain number of stacks, Luca's basic attack is enhanced.
His enhanced basic attack deals 4 hits of damage, with the final hit dealing additional damage to enemies currently inflicted with bleed.
Trochę fajki lubię,
Kids
droga.
today,
Do
no
Lola.
respect.
When Luca unleashes his ultimate, in
Chyba
addition
kucyk.
to dealing damage,
Dopiero to
he
zrobił
also
kucyk.
obtains fighting will, and there's a chance of increasing the target's damage received for a set number of turns.
Woo! And when your
kucyki.
opponent's fist is the same size as your head, it's time to throw in the towel.
Yeah, well, it's the power of those punches that scares me. I'm sure having a robotic arm is also a big help, but I think Luca's strength lies in his love of the sport. Oh, and I almost forgot. When using his technique during exploration, Luca obtains fighting will after entering battle.
Co dostaje?
Does this guy ever take a break? Well, it was great to start off the
Banery?
program with a character deep dive. Next up, it looks like we've got 2 brand new 5-star light cones coming to the warp in
okay.
version 1.2.
Light cone.
Let's start with a Path of Destruction light cone, the unreachable side.
Oh, okay. Question.
Taki mroczny bardzo
The
jest,
Paradise Blade
Okay.
mentions in his ultimate line. Is that where he's standing right there?
I don't know what paradise means to you, Corey, but a barren sword-filled wasteland isn't my idea of a vacation.
Speak for yourself. Here's a fun fact. Each of those swords had an owner, and Blade was the last one to see them alive.
Co
Oh,
to jest?
whoa!
Co to za
So
rybas?
he killed them for their swords. Only a brutal, calculated, jealous mind could do something like that.
The maniac and sociopath segment is over. Moving swiftly onto a 5-star Path of Nihility light cone. Patience is all you need. Here we see
A jestem shrimpem.
a resident sociopath again.
Okay. Well, looks like Kafka's waiting for the main course to arrive there, huh?
What do you think's on the menu?
You want to guess?
What are you looking at me for? Come on, nobody eats out, right? During the first phase of version 1.2 in the character warp,
Pierwsza
Lost
połowa.
Soul, Trailblazers can obtain
Boże,
the
Kafka w
limited
drugiej, dziękuję.
5-star character Blade.
Pierwsza
During
połowa,
the same
Blade,
phase,
Arlan,
in the light cone event warp,
Szuszeń
the drop
i
rate
Natasza.
of the 5-star light cone, the unreachable side, will be boosted. And
Czyli
during the
Luka
second
z
phase of
Kafką w
version
drugiej.
1.2 in the character warp, Neptune
Sam
Dorma,
pomoże, uda mi się go
Trailblazers can
zgarnąć
obtain the limited
wreszcie.
5-star
Kafka
character Kafka
Luka, nowa
and four-star
postać,
character
Sampo
Lucas.
i Serval.
And during the same phase, in the light cone event warp, the drop rate of the 5-star light cone
Kafka w
pieces
drugiej,
is all
tak,
you need
uda się
will be
uzbierać.
boosted.
Nice.
And that's a wrap on banners. Whew, I need to lie down. Don't go anywhere, Trailblazers.
Dobra, drugi kodzik. Dawajcie, to przypnę. Dawajcie drugi, to przypnę. Oba. Ej, co myślicie? Dobra, jest drugi już, tak? No i cyk. Teraz tylko przypnie to. Jak wam się podoba? Co mi się... O! Źle kliknęłam. Co myślicie o banerach? Szkoda, że tylko z tych czwórek nikogo nie gram. No, czwórki są słabe. Znaczy, słabe. Jak to uważa? No, na przykład dla mnie byłyby słabe czwórki. Więc ja się... A z Kawką spoko, bo dostanę sam wreszcie, bo tylko go nie mam. Luka, zawsze to nowa postać. No, a Serval jak to Serval.
Welcome back, everyone! As mentioned at the start of the show in version 1.2, before the Trailblazers' decisive boss battle, they will need to pass through various delves. No surprise then? That 1.2 would unlock
nowy
two
teren.
new areas, the Alchemy Commission and
Dwa!
Scale Gorge
Dwie
Watergate.
nowe!
Now, the Alchemy Commission. Is that where the Xianzhou makes its medicines, or...?
Ooh, you
Dwa nowe
got
tereny
it! The Alchemy Commission is one of the 6 commissions of the Lafu. And, for no prize whatsoever, can anyone name all 6?
Oh, yeah, let's see. The Alchemy Commission, the Divination Commission.
The Skyfaring Commission, the Artisanship Commission, the Cloud Knights. Oh, shoot, what was that other one?
Drum roll, please. The Realm Keeping Commission.
Oh, that's right.
Jeden z 6
The
tych
Alchemy
komisji.
Commission used to focus their efforts on the way of
Kurde, taka
immortality. But these days, it's all about medical research and treating diseases.
Kiedyś...
Now, the
na
Trailblazer
śmiertelności
came face
skupiała,
to
teraz
face with
na
some
lekach
Alchemy
do
Commission
medycyny.
folks in Exalting Sanctum, but things seemed a little off.
I don't want to create more work for the editors, but I have a theory that the reason why that...
Adjacent to the Alchemy Commission lies Scale Gorge Waterscape, the realm of the videographer.
He's just ignoring us now.
We've got a lot to get through.
Kurde, co to za
Oh, wait,
Watatsumi?
wait. Oh, along with the Alchemy Commission and Scale Gorge Waterscape come new
Wow.
puzzles.
O, nowe pucerki będą.
Seems like Trailblazers will face a lot of new challenges on the road to the Ambrosial Arbor. I can't wait.
Wow, ale to ślicznie
Albert, are you
wygląda.
making Corey read off the teleprompter?
Tak, i tam
Puzzles
był
are
Danon.
the
No.
only new challenges Trailblazers will be facing in these areas. There are monsters afoot. First up, a creature of indomitable size and destructive power, the malefic
bydle.
ape. And next on the list, an entity rid of the burden of humanity that has
Wow,
remodeled
ale
itself in
piękna,
the way of
pominie.
immortality, the Ascended. And finally,
Yen Ching? Why would the General's aides attack a Cloud Knight lieutenant?
all will be revealed in the version 1.2 story.
I think we skipped an enemy, Albert. You mentioned a boss lurking on the Xianzhou Law Fu. Care for a sneak peek?
Oh, how could I forget?
Jezu, kto to jest? Jesteś piękna. Jest piękna! Eon, to jest Eon?
Hold on to your hats, folks. It's Fantilia the Undying, wielder of the power of both the destruction and the abundance. In her first phase, she summons abundance lotuses which restore her HP and
kolejna
reduce
coś
the
oddaje
player
chyba.
team's skill points.
Weakening her enemies
Ile
and
dokuje skill
strengthening
pointy?
herself in one fell swoop? Yikes.
That's why choosing the right moment to destroy those abundance lotuses is so important. Eliminating an abundance lotus recovers 3 skill points.
Well, you know, when you borrow something, you gotta give it back.
Now, in her second phase, Fantilia uses her destruction power to summon destruction lotuses. These lotuses reduce ally max HP and when in
Pewnie
bloom,
weekly.
deal damage to a single target.
So, should we just wait for them to stop blooming before we take them out?
No, I doubt
Kurde,
the
te
power
kwiaty
of the
będą
destruction is as
skomplikowane.
simple as
Trzeba
that.
będzie bić.
Oh, you're not wrong, Cheryl. When the lotuses aren't in bloom, their toughness doesn't receive damage. As such, Trailblazers should seize the moment when the flowers are open to break their weakness. And finally, in the third phase, Fantilia goes golden. What terrible trick does she have up her
Najpiękniejsza
sleeve?
chyba złota.
Oh, I'm afraid Trailblazers are going to have to wait to find out.
I'm curious, where did Fantilia even come from?
Skąd ona
How
jest?
come she can use the powers of the abundance and the destruction?
Używa dwóch ścieżek,
Hate to
abundance
be
i
that
destruction.
guy again, but all will be revealed in the version 1.2 story.
Musimy...
Anyone
A w historii ona
here
będzie, okej.
get
Przypomniał się
déjà
zaraz historię, żeby blokować ją.
Hey, I can't go spilling all the beans. When the main story combat draws to a close, Fantilia the Undying will join the Echo of War and drop the advanced trace materials
Tak,
required
to będzie Wiki
for
Boss.
Blade, Kafka, and Luca.
A,
Regret
powiedzieli dla Kawki.
Infinite
Uważajcie, na Kawkę.
And a quick
Na
reminder,
Luka i na Blade'a
Trailblazers, Echo of
ten
War
będzie
has a
materiał.
limited number of weekly rewards, so don't forget to plan ahead.
Also,
tak,
in version
pamiętajcie o tym.
1.2, Stagnant Shadow, Shape of Celestial, is arriving, which drops the brand new character Ascension
będzie dla-
material,
dla-
Ascendant Debris.
To będzie dla
This
Blade'a
is
pewnie.
also the Ascension material required for Blade.
Well, if I'm
farbcie
not mistaken,
wcześniej, Blade
it's time to
materiał.
talk about version 1.2 events.
Ooh, I've been waiting for this segment. Let's start with Tales of the Fantastic. The crisis on the Xianzhou Laofu has subsided, and the feats of the Nameless can be heard on every street corner.
Okay. To są
Starskip
eventy
Haven
teraz.
storyteller, Mr. Cien, is interested in the Astral Express's tale, eager to work
To będzie-
his
to będzie event
storytelling
związany
magic.
z Laofu.
Oh, yeah, the storyteller. I'm
Historiami?
familiar with him. I wonder what he'll do with the Trailblazers story. His artistic license and collage editing bring all kinds of tales to life.
Well, that's Mr. Cien, all right. To spruce up the tale, he's given us a set of protagonist models.
Protagonist models? What's that?
I hear it's kind of a magical object invented by one of the scriptwriters at the Immersion Club. It industrializes the scriptwriting process. As long as you follow its guidance, you'll be able to captivate an audience with your storytelling. To unleash the full potential of the protagonist models, the
No ciekawy to
Trailblazer
jest
must
event,
accompany
ale ja robię
Mr.
eventy
Cien
dopiero poznawać, jak już je faktycznie robię.
and visit historical battle locations. Now, the name might be a little dull, but
Będę
don't
Keanu Reeves.
underestimate the protagonist models. Different combinations have different effects. Once the protagonist models have been properly refined, Legend of the Trailblazer can be a runaway hit.
Oh, this sounds like a fun event.
Well, there's more where that came from. The next event is called Underground Treasure Hunt. The underworld appraiser, Bellaway the Miner's
szukanie
Lamp,
skarbów,
is making a
dobra.
comeback.
They say that in Belobog's great mine, ancient ruins have been discovered where many rare treasures and relics are waiting to be identified. However, according to the senior treasure hunter REAKCJA, there exists a space beneath the ruins where relics of even greater value may be found. The only thing is, the road to the ruin depths is filled with all kinds of danger.
A trzeba cię
Treasure
ocenić.
hunters must steal themselves and explore sealed areas in
A,
order to
walka
progress
powiązana z
deeper
szukaniem
into the
skarbów. No
ruins.
spoko.
I'm sure these sealed
Ciekawe
areas
wygląda.
are full of hidden treasures, but there's always a catch.
Surprise and danger rolled into one. I'm sure Kafka would get a kick out of this.
Treasure hunters will need
Ooh.
endurance, courage, and insight if they want to succeed.
Okej.
It's almost certain that the sealed areas will contain enemies. But supplementary items and keycards
Czyli
to
musimy-
other sealed areas
Trochę
are the
snajper, tak.
secrets to progression.
This
Ale-
is a solo mission, right? It sounds like a tough challenge to take on alone.
Oh, they won't be alone. During exploration, treasure hunters can be sure to run into familiar faces.
Let's hope that we're happy to see them.
Będziemy mogli jakoś wpaść?
So, do
Czegoś
treasure
nie
hunters
tam.
get any kind of special rewards?
Ah, of course! In the underground treasure hunt event, Aside from the usual Stellar
O,
Jade,
dobra.
treasure hunters can obtain the themed Where's the Rabbit chat
Spoko.
box.
Co to jest?
Isn't the rabbit in the chat box?
It's a treasure chest. What I'm trying to say is the theme of the chat box is called Where's the Rabbit?
Okay. So the rabbit's in the treasure chest, right?
In version 1.2, the message and chat box functions will be enabled for the first time. Trailblazers can obtain and swap between chat boxes. And I'm not just talking about the friend chat screen.
Jakie
I'm talking about the
słodkie.
game's character interaction chat boxes too.
Oh, I love the rabbit design.
Fajne, to
It
jest
seems like
słodkie
something Claire would
akurat.
like
Ej, to
too.
słodkie, że...
Yeah.
Ja lubię takie rzeczy.
Do you think
Dostaniemy
Svarog could
ramkę
have
po prostu.
decided?
Będziemy mogli
Interesting
personalizować powoli,
Safe
będziemy
to
zbierać,
say
mogę
that
sobie
chat
zmieniać.
boxes will continue to get updates.
Sobie
Trailblazers will be able to
ustawiać
view and swap between those they
rameczki
already
do tekstu.
have, as well as view those they've yet to obtain.
Cześć Ritsu.
On to
Cześć
the next
Monika,
event.
bo też byłaś wcześniej wciąż.
Where are you, Mystery Trotter?
This really is
Świnia?
the version of
Będziemy
missing
szukać
creatures,
świni.
isn't it?
The good news is, all of them can be found. Regan Abellabog has come
Kto?
across a new scientific research gadget.
Ragin od tyłu.
Homemade sensor number 223. The device is able to detect mysterious coordinates that display abnormal readings.
I recognize that abnormal reading. Isn't that just a trotter?
Oh no, don't tell me that we have to fight it. I mean, sure, it's a little scary, but it's cute, right?
If I told you it dropped Stellar Jade, would that change how you feel, maybe?
Yeah, that thing's bacon.
Yeah, sorry.
You know what's tastier than bacon?
What?
Forgotten Hall updates! In version 1.2, the brand new memories of Cienjo,
Za Forgotten
the
Hall
voyage
będziemy
of
rozgarnąć
Novice's
Yukong.
Trigger, will be arriving.
Yeah, now we're talking.
That's not all. After clearing the Forgotten Hall Memories of Cienjo Stage 1, Trailblazers can obtain the 4-star character Yukong.
Cool.
In addition to the Forgotten Hall, the simulated
Simulated universe
universe will
nowy.
also be receiving
O,
an
i chyba-
update in the form of World 7. And
Dwa
the
nowe sety.
brand new planar ornaments, Fruitulent Arena
Great.
and Broken Keel, will be added to the World 7 immersion device.
efekt res.
And the ride doesn't stop there either. In version
Na locze?
1.2's Planar Fisher event,
znowu będzie podwójny drop
Trailblazers that
planetek.
successfully challenge the simulated universe can obtain a set amount of double planar ornament rewards.
Cześć, Person.
Meanwhile, in the Alchemy Commission's Cavern of Corrosion,
nowe
Trailblazers
reliki.
can obtain the
Max
brand
IP
new
na
Cavern
HP.
relic.
O, to już spoko, Max
Longibus
Speed na pewno
Disciple
będzie fajne do
and
łączenia.
Messenger
Zwiększa
Traversing
speeda.
Hyperspace. And finally, in 1.2's Realm of the Strange event, players that successfully challenge the Cavern of Corrosion
podwójny
can
drop z
obtain a
eventu,
set
z
amount of
tych
double
relików.
Cavern relic rewards.
Nice.
And
Spoko.
I think we're gonna go pass out for a while. Over to you guys.
No problem. We got you, buddy. We got you. In version 1.2, the 2 companion missions,
Nice.
Letter from a Strange Woman and For I Have Touched the Sky, will be
Nice!
arriving.
Kompania
In
myśli z
Letter from
kawką.
a Strange Woman,
Nice.
the Trailblazer will receive a request from Kafka. As for how the Trailblazer should respond, I only have one thing to say. When you have a chance to make a choice, make one that you know you won't regret.
All will be revealed in version 1.2. Sorry.
Isn't he supposed to be passed out?
I think someone's playing sound bites. I should say a little something about the other companion mission.
Oh.
In For I Have Touched the Sky, an accident has occurred in Stargazer Navalia. When the Trailblazer investigates, they find a girl in trouble. Who could she be? And what secrets could Yukong be hiding?
Thanks for watching Keeping Up with Star Rail.
Hey, sound guy. A little early on that one.
Before we bring things back to a close here, let's talk about the
Czy jakaś quest będzie
ever-popular
ukryty?
reward
Jakąś laską?
Version 1.2 will see the return of the Gift of Odyssey check-in event. During the event, as
10
long as
biletów.
Trailblazers log in for 7 days, doesn't have to be consecutive, they can acquire 10 Star Rail special passes.
Yes, I love a chicken
Ooh.
event. Yes, let's do it.
That's exciting.
Can somebody get Corey some water, please?
Ostatni kodzik, dobra. Dawajcie. Witam wszystkich przybyłych, dajcie mi ostatniego koda. Myślę, że będą dawać tak co chwilę. Znaczy, myślę, że to wynika też z tego, słuchajcie, że jest mniej po prostu opcji do zgarniania, więc oni doskonale o tym wiedzą. Więc niech dają co chwilę. Dobra, ostatni kodzik. No i zajebiście, ja się cieszę. Oj.
Well, I said it last time, and I'll say it again. Time flies when you're having fun. Another special program has come to an end. We talked about a lot of 1.2 features. You guys, got any favorites?
Gotta be that boss fight for me. When the crew fought the Doomsday Beast and Kokolia,
to było lepsze
Welt
niż
was
1.1.
watching from the sidelines.
zapowiedź,
This
ciekawsze-
will be the
myślę,
first
że
time we
ciekawsze
see
rzeczy.
him on the battlefield.
Ooh.
So watch your back, Fantilia.
I'm excited to see more of Blade. Heck, I recorded enough fighting efforts to lay down an album. We better get some fight scenes, come on. Not to mention, it seems like him and Danhung are finally about to meet. Something tells me they're not gonna settle things over a cup of tea.
Uh-oh.
Czyli coś
As
będzie
for
między
me, it
Blade'em
is
i
all about
Dahangiem.
Kafka. Although I am curious about the Tales of the Fantastic event, because this sounds like Trailblazers have plenty of room to get creative.
Seems like we're all a little biased here. but one
Totally.
thing is for sure, 1.2 is a version to look forward to. Albert here has done a good job keeping us in check today, you know, and there's still a lot of mystery out there for you Trailblazers to delve into.
You guys were a handful, all right. But hey, we made it out alive. That's it for Honkai Star Rail version 1.2 special program,
Teraz sobie
folks.
polskie bierzemy.
Thanks again to all
Początek
you
w sensie.
Trailblazers for tuning in. And see you for the next one.
Bye,
So long,
guys.
bye-bye. Cheerio.
Bye! O! Coś będzie, czy nie? Coś będzie, czy koniec? O!
The Interastral Peace Corporation has just declared the latest galactic bounty hunt, calling for the capture of the Stellaron hunters. According to reliable sources, Kafka and Blade are expected to appear at the upcoming Cosmic Refreshment Supplies event, which poses a high risk of destruction. We urge the public to remain vigilant. We will announce the whereabouts of the outlaws in due time and are asking for your assistance in bringing them to justice.
Jakiś event! Ej, to był jakiś event! Global Tea Event? Ciekawe, co to było. No, ciekawe, wiecie, globalnie koniecznie musi znaczyć Polskę. Ale dobra, ej, piękne, piękne. Dobra. Dobra, to jeszcze leci? O, ej, obejrzymy trailer? Obejrzymy sobie ten japoński trailer, czy... Bo tu wydaje mi się, że możemy już nie zdążyć na to. O Jezu. Obejrzę chyba sobie sam trailer, co? Sobie strzelimy. Czy to co? Czekajcie. Czy... O! Dobra. Lecimy.
現実と同じよ
Czekajcie. Dobra.
現実と同じよみんな自分に無限の可能性があると思う
Kafka!
でもどの質問と答えも過去の選択に縛られているよ落ち着いてふんはっはっお別れの時間よ
Ba!
見た目を変え身分を変えれば過去の罪をなかったことにできると思ったか悲願
金星を解くんだその身が背負う力こそが剣木への道を開く鍵となるここに来て何か思い出したことはないか全て君に託したよ
君たちそれとそこの君3人とも行かせないよ
王城の業は源泉風のような
ワはただお主らの絶望と苦痛と猜疑と破滅に飲まれ己が手で侵害なるものを滅ぼすところが見たくてたまらないのだ。
Wow, wow, dobra, wow, coś wam zaraz powiem. Coś wam zaraz powiem, tylko... Coś wam zaraz powiem. Dobra, to są te eventy. Wszystkie, które będą. Dobra, to w sumie... Możemy sobie od razu... Okej, to będzie... A, bo to Luka, bo go nie pokazali, tak? To jest ten event z historiami, no w sumie jestem ciekawa, jak to się będzie wyglądało. Z historiami i walką, tak właściwie, jak widać. Ten event. Nowy Simulated Universe będzie, nowy świat, będą nowe artefakty w Simulated Universe oraz nowe artefakty będą, znaczy relikty. Będą nowe kule oraz będą nowe relikty. W ogóle będą 2 nowe zestawy. To jest snajper właściwie. Takiego na kompa jak kiedyś był. Saper, nie snajper! Co ja mówię? Saper, a nie snajper. Szukanie złotych świń będzie. No, będzie trochę tych eventów. No i historie będą 2, bo będzie zarówno historia fabularna, popchnięta bardzo mocno, będą 2 nowe lokacje. Będzie za Forgotten Home, będziemy rozgarnąć Yukong. Więc... No trochę jest, trochę się dzieje. No właśnie, to co mówiłam, 2 nowe kule, nowe linki będą. Będzie podkryta, a drugie będzie pod speeda. Nie pod speeda, bo to fakt teraz. Artefakty będą, relikty będą pod speeda. Co z tymi artefaktami dzisiaj mam? Dlatego, że jestem nakręcona! O, to jest pod speeda. Jestem nakręcona po prostu, strasznie. Jestem giga nakręcona. No. Coś wam powiem, słuchajcie. Coś wam powiem. Jestem tak nahypowana. Bardzo jestem nahypowana. No, jeszcze przed tym byłam tak średnio nahypowana, ale powiem wam teraz, jestem mega nahypowana. Naprawdę, nie mogę doczekać się 1-2 i dalej, co w ogóle będzie, no. Bardzo czekam! No, jestem.